Hey guys, what's up? Daniel here. So in this video, I'm going to show you how you can connect one of these to one of those. So this is the Turtle Beach. This is like a sort of audio adapter, and you can hook up your microphone as well as your earbuds into this. I'm using a splitter. So this is kind of like you would use for a PC. You have a splitter, so you have the headphone. One is the headphone, and one is for the microphone. I'm not sure which one is what, but it's indicated on here. So that's a microphone, that's a headphone one. And then I like using this because this allows me to control my game volume. So you got the game volume here, you got your chat volume here. You can mute your microphone with this, and then you can also turn up and down the overall volume. But the thing that I really like about this, and I haven't seen this in other like audio adapters for the controller, is this allows you to monitor your voice, your mic. If you look at the input on the Xbox controller, there's some functionality issues, so I found that it was a lot easier with something like this. And so yeah, basically what I'm doing is I'm connecting my microphone out from my Evo 8, and as you can see, this particular microphone uses phantom power. So this track 1 has the phantom power on, and then that audio is coming out from, I'm using the headphone jack on this particular device, but you can use pretty much almost any audio interface for this. You don't have to use this exact one. And there's a lot of them out there, believe me. I did a video on audio interfaces. And then the other thing I have, of course, is that because the splitters, you have the one for the headphones. So what's really cool about this is this allows you to use any headset that you want when you're playing your game. Wired headset, that is. Not necessarily Bluetooth, but you can use any wired headset that you want. Most gaming headsets with the built-in microphones are not really that good, and they only start to get really like decent when you spend a lot more money. And by a lot more money, I'm saying maybe like $200 or more. And for my headset, I actually, and please excuse the jankiness of how they look, this is the, where is it? The Audio-Technica. I think these are the MX50s. These are awesome. They're great for listening to music. I got these new cushions for them that are like basically great for heat dissipation. So they stay cool on my ears. You don't get all that clamminess effect to them. And so what's great is these are not only really good for listening to music, but they're also great for playing video games. And I can wear these for hours and not have that warm, hot head feeling. So, and you don't have to necessarily get these headsets, that particular set of headphones, but you have options that you wouldn't necessarily have if you went with a traditional gamer headset. And so the same thing goes with the microphone. But if you want to use a crazy, ridiculous microphone, you can. Or if you want to use a super cheap one, you can. But this gives you the freedom to use whatever headset you want with whatever microphone you want. And then, of course, you got this nice arm. So, you know, almost like a broadcaster, you can use this for, you know, doing podcasting as well as playing games. And honestly, this is the exact same setup I would use if I'm playing on PC and I'm gaming. I'm going to be using this microphone. I'm going to be using the headphones that I want. So it really gives you that option. The other cool thing about when you're using a microphone, any kind of microphone with an audio interface, it gives you the ability to use effects. So, you know, you see the videos online of the streamers and they use the effects to make their voice change, to sound like a girl or, you know, sound like, you know, a little kid or something. You can use voice effects when you have a microphone like this. You don't really get that same level of option when you're using a traditional gaming headset that's designed for consoles. What I like to use when I'm gaming is I use effects for EQ, which effectively lets you control the treble, the bass, and makes it so your voice sounds clearer and cleaner. Now, obviously, I think when you're playing online, and especially with console, I do think there is definitely some audio compression happening. So there's that. The one thing I will say is I use this thing called Easy Mix, and there are other options, but I like Easy Mix because it's easy. I'll zoom in here so you can see it. Is a gate. So this is a noise gate, and I use a noise gate to help block out the ambient sounds and noises that are happening around me. So like birds chirping, dogs barking, girlfriend's in the kitchen, she's cooking, making noise in the background. Like this stuff, I feel like if you're a podcaster or you're a gamer or a streamer, I feel like you should definitely have a noise gate in your effects chain to help block out those sounds. And so what's really cool is it essentially you can increase it or decrease it. And I'll pull that up here. You can increase it, and it's real simple, this particular one, but there's a lot of them. You can increase the threshold or decrease it. And what that allows you to do is the higher the threshold, the louder the source has to be in order to kind of be heard, or it gets cut out. So at this threshold, it's pretty good. As you can see, as I'm talking, you can see my meters moving, right? I'll move this. You can see the meters moving. And when I talk into my microphone, it's jumping up. If I get a little bit further away, obviously it's not being as active. And that's the great thing about having a noise gate. So anyway, yeah, this is pretty much my setup. Like I said, I'm running a little bit of software here, and that's going in my audio interface. And then from my audio interface, I have my microphone plugging into the audio interface. And then output of the headphone jack for this particular one is going into my splitter. So again, one for headphones, one for the microphone. That's going into the Xbox controller, and you should be good to go. So yeah, there you go. That's my setup, and that's pretty much how you can use a traditional microphone with your Xbox and your gaming controllers and all that jazz. Hope this works for you guys, and yeah, I'll catch you around.